So today we're in Portland in Maine. It's the first time that we've been here. It's a very nice little fishing town. Nice atmosphere. It smells salty, it smells nice, and we're gonna go and check it out. As soon as you get off the ship here, there's an information booth. You can get some local maps, which are very good. We've got some live music welcoming us here, and then we've got the town on one side, the marketplace, and some nice walks along the waterfront on the other. So let's check it out. Okay, so when you get off the ship, if you turn left, you come into the town. We've got our map here. We're gonna check everything out. We've got the old port areas right here, Arts District, and really the old town. So we're gonna see all the stuff here. As you go along the waterfront, there's little harbors, restaurants, and seafood is the name of the game here. There's a lot of it, it's fresh, and it looks delicious.
What's it time for?
Time for a pint, apparently. It's not even 9 AM. So if you want to stop for something sweet as you're walking around, this is the Standard Baking Company. You pass it on the way to town. They've got loads of tasty looking bakers, and it's absolutely jam-packed today because it's Mother's Day. Yay! And as we're walking along the waterfront, we've got little stalls with some local handcrafts. So the vibe of the town is very nautical. It's local fishermen, great seafood, a little cute touristy place. And as you walk along the waterfront, there's lots of stalls with local artists, with paintings, local photography, jewellery. There's even someone crocheting cats. And also there's lots of souvenir stores like this one. Lots of nautical things, shipwrecks, funny t-shirts, and quirky local Maine things with some Maine humour as well, which is nice. So we walked along the waterfront all the way along to Centre Street here. We can see on this side the waterfront district and the Harbour Walk Trail one side, and we're going to head inland now to the Arts District. That's where the government district is, the Civic Centre, the museums, Historical Society, and everything is up there too. So that's where we're going. Okay, so we walked all the way up Centre Street from the water, from the harbour front, and now we're on Congress Street here, and this is where the main stuff is. This is the main kind of high street of Portland. We've got statues, we've got the business and government district over this side, some very nice buildings, and coming around here we're going to head up to the art area, which is over this side, and right here we've got Longfellow House. So this is the Longfellow House, and this is the home of American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. This house was in his family for 3 generations. It was built in 1785, in 1901. And his family bequeathed it to the Maine Historical Society. So now it's owned by the area, and it's preserved for history, which is really nice. And you can do guided tours of it to see all about it. There's a garden through the back as well, and learn more about Longfellow himself. Now, as you go along on the main street here, we've got the Mecca, the Maine College of Art, and basically it's a really artistic town. There's art everywhere. You can do oil painting classes. There's artists down on the waterfront. There's lots of galleries as you walk around, which is lovely. It's a really arty place, and this is why I guess art flourishes here, and you can go to college here about it too. Okay, so this is the museum district, and right here we've got the Portland Museum of Art. It's going to open at 10 o'clock this morning because it's a Sunday. It's $15 admission to get in, 10 if you're a student. And then over here to the left we've got the Children's Museum of Maine, and it's also going to be opening at 10 o'clock, and there's a family outside waiting, so I guess it's pretty nice. Over here we've got the News Centre Maine as well, where they make local news programs. So this is kind of the heart of the Main Street area here, and there's lots of coffee shops, little curiosity shops, quirky places, and different things to see as well. Now turning off Congress Street down the hill onto Preeb Street, we've got the Portland Public Market here. It's Sunday, so it's not open till 3 o'clock. Normally it's open from 11 till 10 p.m., 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Sundays it's open 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. It's a place where you can get loads of local food. There's loads of little bakeries, different snack places, and some local handcrafts and art as well. So this is where it is. And going further down Congress Street towards the government area, we've got the public library. It's closed on Sundays, open the other days, and a nice building with Wi-Fi. And there's quite a lot of churches around Portland, and here's one of them here, the First Parish Unitarian Universalist Church, which also supports e-rights, which is awesome, and they're about to have a Mother's Day service. And as we go down further on Congress Street, we've got the beautiful City Hall. Okay, now we come across one of the other churches here, and this is the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. It was built in 1869, and there are lots of masses here every day, 3 on Sundays and on Saturday as well, which shows the very strong Catholic community here in Portland, which makes sense because of the lots of Irish and Italian immigrants that built up the roots of a lot of the community here. And it's a very beautiful building, and so this is down on Franklin and Cumberland Avenue. And so the architecture of the cathedral here is a little bit different than most cathedrals. It's designed for the harsh winters here in Maine. As you can see, we've got the red brick instead of the sort of traditional stone. And this is like a lot of the buildings here. You can see that the place is set up for the weather. The winters are really harsh. It's a beautiful sunny day today in May. It's only about 50 degrees, so it's not hot, but it is sunny and nice. But they are prepared for when it's much colder as well. Okay, so we're coming further along Cumberland Street and we're in a residential area now, and we can see that the architecture has changed completely. We've got the stereotypical Maine houses, the very nice white wood houses, and so they're wooden slat houses, and underneath at the bottom you can see they've got the bricks at the bottom to prepare the houses for the harsh winters as well, to give them a good solid foundation and keep them warm. So we walked further up into the residential area and we came down North Street and next to Walnut Street, and there's a really lovely lookout point where you can see the whole of the town of Portland here. You can see everywhere that we've walked to. The actual city centre isn't that big. We walked way along here into the arts district, there's the business district and the government area as well, and so it's nice to see what the whole panorama of it looks like, going out of the main part of the town, out to the countryside over here. There's lots of parks further out and lovely houses, and it's really a nice town to see. Now from the lookout point at Fort Sumner Park, we're heading down Melbourne Street. Haha, that's where Nick is from, the original Melbourne. And we're heading down here. It's a beautiful blossom-lined street, and we're going down there to the park. So we've come down at the end of Melbourne Street to the waterfront, and this is the Eastern Promenade area. And there's a bunch of trails along here. You can take your dog along. There's lots of people dog walking or just having a Sunday walk. And this goes all the way around the coastline here, and it trails back around the corner to where the ship is. And there's information here. It tells you a little bit about everything you can find here and different points of interest. And then also you can see out onto the Maine coast here, which is lovely. It looks very much like Bar Harbour, the gorgeous Maine coast with the forests, the crisp cold air, and lots of ships out there as well, little boats. So we're going to take a walk along the trail. And walking along the trails here, we can see the houses have got a little bit fancier too, and we've got some nice big, almost cottage-esque buildings with the bricks at the bottom and the wood at the top, and some really nice places to have a look at wandering along here. This is obviously the expensive neighbourhood. And there's even a yard sale going on outside one of the nice fancy houses. And here's one of the local tours, which is the Portland Fire Tour. And it takes you around Portland with information on one of the old pimped up fire trucks. Okay, so we've come to Fort Allen Park, and this is further around in the park area here as we turn around the corner and head back towards where the ship is. And so there's loads of things to see here. There's a map telling you what you can find. There's a nice lookout point. There's some memorials about different historical events that happened here, and there's information. There's a battle cannon, there's an overlook, there's an Arctic campaign memorial, so it's a really historic area to see, and you can check out the siege rifles, and there's information about everything as you walk around, so you can see it and learn as well. Now as you come down the hill from the park heading back towards the ship, which is just over there, you come across the Portland Company complex, and there's a few spots of interest down here. We've got the Maine Narrow Gauge Railroad Museum, it's just down here. And we've got Designer Circus, which has things from a lot of local designers. And then further over here, there's a few different stores, and there's different local arts and crafts things to check out while you're walking along down the waterfront. Alright, so we finished up our trip to Portland by checking out the Arabica coffee roasters. This is what it looks like inside, and it's right across the road from where the ship is. I'll pan and show you how close it is. And they've got coffee and Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi isn't that reliable, to be honest, but they have nice coffee, and it's right here. So if you need internet and coffee, it's close by. Alright, that's it from Portland, Maine. It's a lovely little fishing town. We got some info to read up on and a postcard to take home. We had a great day. See you next time.